Okay, so I have an issue that needs to be addressed, and I don't mean to sound melodramatic about it, but I am addicted to my phone. The amount of time I spend on my phone is out of control and it needs to stop. I noticed about a month ago that I wake up and I grab my phone and I mindlessly scroll through Instagram or watch YouTube videos for like an hour. Whenever I'm walking anywhere, I'm always listening to music and usually texting someone at the same time, which can't even be safe, to be honest. Between lectures or at lunch times, I'm always on my phone. I literally don't socialise anymore. And then before I go to bed, I grab my phone and I watch Netflix or I watch YouTube videos for literally hours. So after having noticed this, I decided to log the amount of hours that I spent on my phone in one day, which, to be honest, I was terrified of because I did not want to quantify the amount of time I spent on my phone because I knew that it would be a scary amount of time. So last Friday, the 19th of October, I logged how many hours I spent on my phone. I woke up at 8 AM and I went to sleep at 2 AM. And between those times, I went to uni and had lectures and tutorials. I took a 4-hour train journey to visit my family and then obviously stayed overnight with my family. And so out of those 18 hours I was awake, I spent 9.5 hours on my phone. And that's including messaging, watching videos, scrolling through social media, listening to music on Spotify, all of that stuff. I literally spent over half of my day on my phone and I find that so sad. I'm wasting so much time on my phone. I'm not able to focus on just one thing because my phone is always there as a distraction. I don't really have one quiet moment in my day until I go to sleep because I'm always listening to music, and it's getting to the point where my mind just feels a little bit clouded and a little bit, I don't know, foggy. And so I kind of need to cleanse my mind and put my phone away for a bit. So this is where my challenge begins. I'm gonna go 7 days without a phone, which, to be honest, is such a ridiculous challenge since we lived centuries without mobile phones, and now I'm like, oh my god, I have to live 7 days without my phone. But it is a much needed week of cleansing and detoxing and just focusing on what's actually important rather than mindlessly scrolling. So for this challenge, I have 3 rules. The first obviously being that I'm going to turn off my phone, but I'm also going to give it to Sophie to hide from me because I know myself and I know that within about 2 days I'm going to think, oh, I may as well just look at my phone just for 1 minute, like, oh, I kind of just want to see if this person texted me. I know myself and I know I will cheat, so I'm going to give it to someone else so that I can't do that. The second rule is that my laptop is not allowed on my bed because, again, I know myself and I know that I will try and find loopholes. One of those loopholes being that I can watch YouTube on my laptop. And one of my weaknesses is watching YouTube before I go to bed. That can literally last for like hours. So my laptop's not allowed on my bed, then I can't watch videos before I go to sleep. And that doesn't mean to say that I can't just sit here at my desk and watch the videos or watch Netflix until like 2 AM, but I know that I'm not going to want to sit on this uncomfortable chair in the middle of the night and be watching YouTube when I could actually just be lying in bed. It's really stupid that that is the way my mind works, but that's one of my rules. And my third rule is that I'm only allowed to check Facebook on my laptop once a day. That's not because I find scrolling through Facebook a necessity in life. That's because primarily I use Facebook for the Messenger, and I've told everybody that I talk to on a regular basis, i.e. my family and close friends, that if they need me, they can message me on Facebook. So I'm using Facebook as my main form of communication over the next week, just as and when I need it, because I'm not giving up my phone because I talk to people too much. I'm giving up my phone because I spend too much time doing other things on my phone when I should be talking to people or focusing on uni work. So that is a plan for the next 7 days. I have my goals, I have my intentions, I've set my rules, and now it's just time to turn off my phone and hand it over to Sophie and begin my week without a phone. And obviously I will be vlogging updates every day of how I'm progressing, what I like about not having a phone, what I dislike about not having a phone, all that good stuff. So here's to a week without a phone. So we've made it
it to Thursday, and if you can't tell by my crusty ass voice, I'm sick. I've literally spent the past 2 days in bed trying to recover, so the whole rule of no laptop in bed has completely been overlooked because I've mainly just been trying to catch up on work and lectures that I've missed. So I've been using my laptop in bed, and I'm not going to penalise myself for it. I'm still going good without my phone, but it was necessary to have my laptop in bed. In terms of having no phone, so far it's actually really benefiting me. Ever since I can remember, I've always used my phone and the TV as a distraction, especially when I'm ill, and so I never actually let myself completely rest because my eyes are always focusing on something, and so my brain never actually gets any rest. So even though I think my body is getting rest, my brain is still working, and so my body still feels run down after I've had, say, like 3 hours of rest. Whereas for the past 2 days, because I haven't had my phone, I've actually just been sleeping and properly resting mind, body and soul. And I feel like that's why I've recovered so quickly. Obviously I'm still sick, but yesterday I was literally dying. Whereas today I feel so much better. I've been up and about, I've been chatting, I've been quite lively, if you will. And it's been nice, like, not having a phone as a distraction and actually just letting myself rest. So that's the number one thing I've noticed. And hopefully by tomorrow I'll be back to normal. I'm planning on getting up early, going to the gym and then going to my lectures. I think I've had enough rest. I think I just need to get on with things. This is the best it's going to get until I'm 100% recovered, I think. So for now, that is my update. So it's Saturday night and I'm planning on going out to a house party, which I'm excited about because I'm finally kind of over the sickness-ish, and I'm excited to go and socialise and dance and, you know, just have a bit more fun. And I'm quite interested to see how I do without a phone, because I know that a lot of the time at the beginning, especially of parties or pre's, people kind of tend to stay on their phone and they're not socialising as much at the beginning, like mainly because everyone's quite sober and everyone's kind of not really nervous, but you know, they're just a little bit apprehensive. So I'm kind of quite interested to see how that goes and how confident I am without my phone in my hands, and you know, if I'm socialising a lot or if I'm shy, which I highly doubt I'm going to be shy because I'm not really the shy type. I usually just go up to people and talk to them, but I'm quite interested to see my reaction to not having a phone, and also just interested to see what everybody else is doing and whether they're holding a phone or whether they're happily socialising, that kind of thing. It's probably not even that interesting, but I'm quite excited to see that, and I'm quite excited to just get back out and party a little bit because I've been sick for too long and I need to get back out there.
It is freezing. Okay, so I'm just heading back from the gym now, and I really thought that working out was going to be my biggest challenge of this week, because I'm someone that has literally never been to the gym without listening to music, and actually it wasn't too bad. I did a 5k run, and to be honest, it was kind of like a state of meditation, not having like thumping music in my ears. It was quite enlightening, and so I feel like I'm in quite a good mood. I'm set up for the week now, and yeah, I really thought it was going to be a big challenge. I really thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, but it was actually fine, so I'm quite proud of myself. However, although I survived without music at the gym, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I would have if I did listen to my Spotify. So I think that's something that I've learned.
Right, so conclusions. I survived a week without my phone. All in all, I really enjoyed this week. There were so many benefits that I found from just not having my phone. Firstly, I was so much more productive. I got so much more stuff done than I usually do, just because I wasn't wasting any time on my phone. I was literally just getting job after job done, and then when I felt like I needed a rest, I would just watch an episode on Netflix or something, and it was fine. But I wasn't wasting any time just mindlessly scrolling, which was really nice. Secondly, I found that when I was walking to places, it was actually really nice not having music blasting in my ears. And that's something I thought that I wouldn't be accustomed to, because I like to listen to music basically all the time. But But actually I really enjoyed it. It was nice and peaceful, and I felt like my mindset was so calm this week. It was actually really nice walking to lectures in the morning and just hearing the sound of birds and cars driving and just being really aware of my surroundings, which I don't actually usually get because I'm always listening to music. So I actually really liked that. Third thing that I really liked was that in the mornings I didn't have my phone. There was literally nothing for me to grab, which was really weird the first couple of days, because I would wake up and my first instinct was to grab my phone just to kind of use it to wake me up, and I didn't have that resource to wake me up, and so I had to figure out another way that I could stay awake. However, that brings me on to some of the negatives of not having a phone, including the fact that I didn't have my phone to use as an alarm. So I was using just a traditional alarm clock, but you can only set one alarm on it. I think it was on the Friday, I had my plan, like I had said in the day before, that I was going to get up early and go work out before I had my 9 AM lectures, which means that I'd have to get up, go to the gym and be ready for 8:30 to get to my lectures on time. That didn't happen.
This is probably one of the most horrible sounds I've ever heard in my life.
So I set my alarm for 6 AM and I turned it off literally straight away because it was so loud and it scared the shit out of me when I woke up. I had to turn it off straight away, but I made the mistake of rolling over and going back to sleep, obviously not realising or not thinking about the fact that I hadn't set another alarm. Next thing you know, I wake up at 8:25, needing to leave the house at 8:30. Rest assured, I made it to those lectures, but that just wasn't the most convenient thing to happen. The second thing I didn't really like about not having a phone was going to the gym and working out without music. One of the things that gets me pumped to go to the gym is the fact that I have a playlist that I listen to, and I'm excited to listen to the songs on that playlist. And going to the gym and not having any music, I didn't really feel like I was getting 100% out of my workout. And the last thing that I didn't really like was the fact that I couldn't call anybody on the phone. Anyone that knows me knows that I don't really like texting. I much prefer phone calls, and obviously without a phone I could not do that. So I didn't really get to talk to any of my family very much this week, or like close friends from back home. So that was kind of the main thing that I just really didn't like about not having a phone. However, this week has taught me so much, and I feel like going forward I understand when I need to put my phone away and when it's acceptable to use it, and I think that I will be using my phone a lot less now. Specifically, I'm definitely going to be leaving my phone in another room about an hour before I go to bed, and I won't look at it again until the next morning when I want to grab it to go to the gym, which means I'm definitely going to have to become accustomed to my horrible alarm clock and waking up with only one alarm and no snooze button. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please subscribe for more, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!